morning guys, I'm Giga from Georgia, and today we are going on 2 days trip from Kutaisi to Svaneti. Follow us and enjoy the show. We have a small break here at the shop for water and some food and washroom, and we will continue in 2 minutes. They planned to build this dam out here for about 30 years, and finally in 1960s, in 65 they started building it, and 1975 it was over. Now we go to the cinema and see how actually this place was built. We are very funny with this rope, but this is from microphone. I think we have to update the microphone here.
Еще лучше.
1,710 meters, this one.
Ah, das ist spitz.
Yeah.
We arrived at Margiani Family Museum. That's a perfect place to see how Svanetian families used to live in ancient times. This house museum was built in the 14th century and was used by several generations of local people, and now it is used as a museum. And we will see the tower, we will go inside, and also the museum that used to be a living house. Follow me. Here is a cemetery of Margiani family. Look. Yeah, one big family is buried here. These are their graves and cemetery, and they have a small church out here for praying. We have to go up there. This used to be a fighting tower. People did not use it for living. Mostly it was used for fighting to other people. Svaneti is a region that was never conquered by foreign enemies, but they had war between each other. So there were families that had some conflict with other families, and they used to have war within each other. Also, they had tradition of vendetta. That means if someone was died from killed one in one family, the member of this family would kill someone in another family. That's why this was a very good reason for starting wars between the families. And they had this kind of towers to protect themselves during this kind of wars. Hello. There's mountain Tetnuldi. It's one of the biggest mountains in Georgia, and it is 4,840 meters high. Let's go inside the tower. Yeah, going uphill is not very easy here, and I guess enemies found it difficult to rise up on these stairs. Yeah, this is how steep stairs are out here. The entrance in the tower is always on the second floor, because in case of high snow, people had to come inside properly, right? Also, it was really difficult for enemies to rise up on this kind of stairs that has almost 90-degree slope. Yeah, it's really difficult to rise up, and moreover, when you have some knives and gun with you, it will be really difficult. Guys, as you see, the windows have very narrow outside part and quite wide inside part. This has two reasons. The main one is the light. The light is coming from this small window, but it's wide here, so it spreads quite well inside the building. And the second reason of the narrow windows is shooting. So it's really difficult for enemies to target this small window, narrow one, and it was really easy for people inside the tower to take target for any point from this window. So Here we are on the last floor of the fighting tower that is called a fighting level. From this point we have very, very good views of the surrounding area and also on the far places. Please come here. Please come. It is really, really nice view from here down to the entrance of the fortress. Yeah, down there, look, there we can see the staircase where we came from. So it was really easy for locals to throw arrows and guns to shoot to the enemies that approached the tower. I told you guys, in old times, people in Svaneti lived in this kind of houses that is called machubi. Machubi has 3 floors. The first one is underground, that is used for storage. The second one is used for winter living, where people and cattle live together. And the third one up there is used for summer times, because it is quite warm in summer, but in winter it's really cold. Let's go inside. This is a house where cattle and people live together. If you take a look, all these shelves up here were beds where people used to live. One big family, and they lived all together. And down here, this part was for cattle. So cows and bulls used to live here with people, and they had this strategy because cattle has its own worms, right? And these worms used to go up and warm up people who were laid on the top shelf. Yeah, that's how life was arranged out here. And this tube was used for hay to give cattle to eat. And they had their own place to sit, that is this particular chair. This is a chair of Mavshi where they used to sit and they made decisions and used to run family from here. We have another bench that is used for family members, mostly for men, and other small benches were used for women and also for children. This is a yard of the household with a nice view on mountain Tekuldi and the river Mestia Ushguli. Let's go here. This is a storage area. As you see here, we have huge jars for different type of food, right? And we have clay pots like quarries. These are clay pots that are made from clay and is used. Actually, mostly it is used for wine, but in this region wine cannot be done because we are high in mountains, and they were used for serving different things like rachi, that is a strong drink like vodka, but not as strong as vodka, a little bit lighter. There's a secret tunnel that goes down to the house. Yeah.
Why is it so small?
Yeah, not a palace, but it still works. Good morning, guys. Here we are in Mestia, and today we have Ushguli tour with our guests. And this is our off-road van that will take on tour to Ushguli. Follow us and enjoy the show. Here's mountain Ushba that has 2 peaks, and these peaks have only 10 meters difference in the height. Yeah, one is to the north, another is to the south. And over these mountains, on the other side of Ushba, there is already Russia. Yeah, as you see, this is a golden time, guys, for traveling in Svaneti, because leaves are yellow, red, orange, and green, right? And it makes a perfect viewpoint. Yeah, even in summer, this place is not this beautiful. Yeah.
Best time to travel, it's true.
Yeah, end of October is actually the best time to travel in Georgia. Again, view is super beautiful, and this is a river Enguri that is going to the water dam that we saw yesterday. And this river is starting from Shkhara and goes to Black Sea, and it is 220 kilometers long. according to the legend, from this village we had one hunter that was a very, very good hunter. At some celebration, he had family, but at some celebration he fell in love with one local girl. This girl also fell in love with him. But as this hunter had a family, they could not be together, obviously. So because of that, both of them were suffering, and this hunter went to mountains for hunting. But he was lost there, and this girl was sitting on this big rock that his tower built on, and was waiting for him and was crying. So his father felt really sorry because of her, and so he built a tower to protect her from bad weather. That's why we have this tower out here, and it is called Tower of Love. In the 13th century we had King Tamar, who was a girl, but she was king. And she was the most powerful king in our history, and she had two residences in Ushguli. This one was for summer, one was for winter. This tower is her tower for winter months, and for summer months she used to spend time in that towers out here. Cool, right? Yeah, she had a quite nice view because she was king, obviously. Yeah, and
the kingdom was somewhere this valley, or
no, this tower and that place
the
was
kingdom was this valley, Svaneti.
Kingdom was the entire country. Mostly kings of Georgia were in Tskheta and in Tbilisi. That were the capitals of our country. Out here is shown people who were died in Second World War. Here is written dates from 1941 to 1945, and in this war lots of Georgians participated. Actually, Germans never arrived in Georgia, but there was war on the other side of the Caucasus mountain range, and local people were fighting there. So they crossed Caucasus mountain, and there was war between these two empires on the other side of Caucasus. Do you see on the hill is a tower with some houses around? Yes. This is Lamaria Monastery, and to the right side is a church that was built in 9th century, and the painting inside, frescoes are from 9th century. So we will go and see it as well.
9th century. Yeah, all the colors smell so bad.
This is a territory of monastery, and this is where monks live. It's our house.
I'm sure my grandma, she would love it. Okay.
We got to go with backpacks, so we can leave them here to the totally safe. Or maybe one person can stay and then you can go inside.
Only my phone.
Yeah, let's go inside. We are very lucky to see this. We are very lucky to see the actual praying on Sunday morning.